Hello everyone, it's Yahav Hartman here at Madgicx.com. At Madgicx, we develop solutions that help Facebook advertisers achieve success. We're developing technologies that help you hit your ROI and return on ad spend goals, scale up your campaigns, and save time, save money, and basically make more money. Let me show you how are we doing it. Madgicx is the secret weapon used by thousands of advertisers and ad agencies all around the world. This is the dashboard. The dashboard, you can see it as a cockpit view of all of your advertising performance. It brings you a bird's eye view of trends, of performance leaks, and opportunities where to improve. Also, Madgicx automatically identifies your acquisition, retargeting, and retention audiences, so you know where to put the focus. Now that we see our performances, we need to create a better strategy, launch more campaigns, ad sets, and ads. Usually advertisers start by creating Madgicx campaigns next to their own campaigns. You will see that in 90% of the cases, Madgicx campaigns always wins your current structure. Let me show you how you can create a full funnel strategy with Madgicx. This is our audience menu page. This is exactly where you choose the audiences that will create your full funnel audience strategy. As you can see here, we have acquisition re-engagement audiences, acquisition prospecting audiences, including ERFM audiences, AI audiences, special audiences, product catalog-based audiences, URL-based audiences, video viewers, lead gen, and even special audiences like Android high-intent users and iOS. There are dozens of audiences ready for you to launch. These audiences are highly performing, and you will already launch from here audiences that are highly likely to be winners. Over here you can see even retargeting audiences and specials one like multiple visits, high intent visitors, time spent deep browsing, and much more. We also have retention audiences when you can target your existing customers, which is a goldmine to improve your existing performances. Let me show you how easy it is to launch seed audiences to lookalike from. Then you click next. Here we can, this is the optimized Madgicx strategy, but if you don't want to use it, you can also go here and launch those ad sets into existing campaigns or create a new campaign. I recommend to launch into the Madgicx existing campaign strategy. For this case, we'll turn off the CBO, okay, and we'll click next. This is the step where we select our creatives. Over here, we have acquisition prospecting and acquisition remarketing. So we will actually over here filter our acquisition performances because we want to know what are our best creative for acquisition. Here it's sorted by CTR, but you can also sort it by ROAS, by CPL, or any one of your target goals. You can also apply additional filtering and then target only women, men, platforms, ages, and different type of creative formats. For this example, I'll choose this and this, which are the top performers in this account. Let's say in this one and this one too, and this one. You can also create from creative clusters from your Instagram posts and your Facebook posts. Okay, for this also, if you want to insert from post ID or ad ID, you can click over here, insert post ID, insert ad ID. We will also always use the post ID when we can to maintain your social proof. You can also save these creative formats, for example, best performing creatives for men. And I'm going to save this. So next time, you don't need to do this step, and you will right away select the best performing creatives for men. I'll click Save Changes, and here it's actually a very unique audience. Again, those audiences are just 3 out of hundreds of audiences you can do. So there's so many combinations, there's so much opportunity, but for now, let me show you how top lookalike audience works. Over here, we'll select, it's already sorting our audiences by the best performance for the seed audiences. Okay, for example, here it's 2.83 ROAS, but there's 0 lookalikes on it. So I'm going to do all of the top 5 audiences which have the best ROAS, and it will lookalike all of them at 1%, you see over here, and put all of them inside one ad set. This is a super ad set you can create, and it's highly likely to perform really good. You see it for yourself. We'll keep all the settings the same, and I click Save Changes. Here it's targeting the video viewers. This is already a different campaign, remarketing. I will just go ahead, because it's remarketing, I will keep all platforms open, and I will also not have here the the age restriction. So I'll just, in this case, select all ages. And yeah, I will go ahead, save changes, and that's it. If you want to create more permutations, all you need to do is click here, duplicate, see, and duplicate. And now we can go here and, for example, change it from 1% to 2% and click save. And this is the last stage. Over here, you can see all of the creatives you have. You can see the full naming. You can also change the, for example, you can remove the audience type and click apply the name. You can change it, you can white label it. You can call it your agency name, for example. Okay, and change the naming as you see right. You can basically launch now or use our lunchtime optimization. The performance for this account has shown that when you launch at 1 p.m., it's the best time for this account. So I can just click here, lunchtime optimization, and those ad sets will be launched right away, but will start only in the optimal time, actually 15 minutes before. So by when it comes to 1 p.m., it will start already the delivery. Now all you need to do is click next, and that's it. The campaigns are launched inside your ad account. This is super powerful, and you can launch like this, not just 3, but the entire full funnel strategy, and let it compete against your existing strategy and existing campaigns, and you will see how the Madgicx campaigns pick up and overperform them. It's good for you when they overperform because it means that you're doing more profits and you're succeeding. Okay? So really explore all of those audiences and be ready to launch them with different permutations and different strategies. There's also a lot of scaling. Okay, now we'll let it run for 1-2 weeks, and then we also have scaling strategies. But for the scaling strategies, I will talk about it a bit later on in the video. Okay, the next area I wanted to show you is automation. Because once we launched all of those campaigns and ad sets and audiences and ads, someone has to manage it, right? And most probably today it's you managing it, or your ad agency, or you as an advertiser, you're spending a lot of time in the ad account. We created a set of automation tactics and strategies which are based on the best practices of industry experts and strategies that are proven to work and improve your Facebook ads performances. We have day trading tactics, and we have tactics that manage your performance over time. All of the tactics you see here, they work in full orchestration with one another. You should implement all of them. I will quickly show you here, for example, the sunsetting strategy, which grades your ad sets by performance, and then it treats each ad set differently, just like you as a media buyer would do. If it's a good performing ad set, and you have an ad set without a purchase, let's say, and it's already spending £58, at this point of time, you would want to reduce the budget. So this will automatically reduce by 50% the budget of any ad set that got a consecutive spend of £58 without a purchase. If this usually solves the problem and the performance improves because it sends it back into the auction. But if it still doesn't improve and the ad set spends £128 without a purchase, it will be shut down for good. Okay, if you use it inside a CBO, these ones will still apply. The reduced budgets will not, but we have a lot of different tactics for CBO, so I will show you all of them soon as well. Then over here we have a sanity check that makes sure that it only turns off ad sets that have a negative ROAS in the last, a ROAS that is less than the average in the last 3 days or 7 days, including today data, as you see right. And look how easy it is to implement the strategy. You click next. All of your ad sets are now showing up and campaigns, and you can decide which campaigns you want to launch them into. You don't need to give a certain name on the ad set or the campaign or the ads in order for the rule to work. You just select it here, and you can say apply to all acquisition ad sets, and it also has an A. You see here the A, automatic. You can decide if it's 1 time or 2 times. If it's automatic, it means that every new ad set or campaign you will create will also get the rule. So you don't need to come back into Madgicx in order to implement this. You click next, and it's installed. That's it. Also, if you want just to run a specific campaign, you can do it the same stuff for a specific campaign and specific ad sets inside. Again, really, really powerful. And this is just one strategy. We don't have now time to go through all of the strategies, but I will just touch them really quickly. We have stop losses, we have surfing, we have a surf CBO, revive ad set. Revive ad set is very good if a stop loss turns something on off early in the day, and then later on there's a purchase or a lead coming in and suddenly it's working for your performance, you can quickly revive it. So if the ROAS is above 2.44, in real time we get the purchase and turn the ad set back on, or the ad, to make sure that you are playing your best ad sets out there. Surf CBO, again, really, really powerful. You can decide which is your ROAS targets, and according to your ROAS targets, it will increase. If you have a day with really high ROAS, above 4, yeah, 3.99, it will actually increase your campaign budget by 100%. This is exactly the manual work that we, in our agency in the past, were doing this manually in all of the accounts. Now you have the same brain, the same decision-making by human implemented inside the software that is smart, reacts in real time, never takes vacations, and always on. So you can spend more time on strategy and analyzing your account instead of just optimizing your account all day, okay? So this is the point, that this is what manages your strategy. We already created the strategy. This is managing your strategy. And the next area I want to show you is creative. Now that we have a lot of campaigns running and everything is basically running in the account, we can go into creative insights and start analyzing our performance and creatives. We can see what works and what doesn't work. Okay, here you can see that we're not running DPA ads, we're not running carousel, and we're not running videos. Maybe only a short video, a little bit of the spend. So only by seeing this data, I know that there's a huge opportunity to create a lot of different creative formats. Specifically, DPA really crushes it for e-commerce, and we can't afford not to have it. Okay, the next widget shows us all of our creatives in our ad accounts. This data that you see here about each creative is data that is aggregated and unified across your entire performance in your ad account. Okay? So even if you have different campaigns, different post ideas, different ads, DCO and not DCO, for our system it doesn't matter, because we unify all the creatives so that you have a single source of truth regarding your creative performance. So right over here you can see that those guys, these are just getting started. You didn't spend enough money to see if they're good or not, right? Over here, you can see that those are scalable because it has a lot of revenue and little spend, okay? So this one has 3.79 ROAS. It brought 17% of the revenue while we only spent on it 8% of the budget. So a lot of opportunity to scale this one. This one is maybe overspending. So we want to check this out, maybe remove it, maybe check which audiences it works the best. And this tool even becomes more interesting when you apply filtering, because you can now see the best ads for acquisition, retargeting, retention, devices, placements, gender, age, dimension, creative type. All of this data is filterable. So for example, now I go for male. Once you filter by specific demographics and audience type, for example, acquisition, you can click here, and then you suddenly see that, okay, this and this are our best creatives for men. So I can go to creative one, I click it, and when I click this button, it will open in our next product, Creative Clusters, which is the execution tool that in 1 or 2 clicks lets you launch it into the entire account and make sure that a creative that was underperforming gets much more spent. Very important, very powerful, and very, very hard to see just from the ads manager view or without a super sophisticated analyst that spent 2-3 days at least to analyze your data, which is very costly. So all of this you have here. This is also a really interesting widget because, okay, we saw it's a good creative, but now we can see that it's actually trending upwards. You see, we had poor performance in week 1 and 2, 1.5, 1.9. Last week it was doing already 5 ROAS, and this week towards the 3 ROAS. It's a very good, it just strengthened the decision to scale this creative. You can also find opposite trends. I can also click here and find a creative that is trending downwards. And then I know, okay, it's experiencing an ad fatigue. Maybe we need to do something about it. You see this one, for example, kind of trending downwards. It was good over here, but now it's going down. So let's do something about it. And again, you can do everything straight from here, launch audiences. This, ladies and gentlemen, the widget you see over here, it's super innovative. We're using here AI tags, which is derived from machine learning technologies and computer visioning, which basically extracts the creative elements, that drive the best performance of your ads. So already today, you can really understand why your ads are performing and what are the variables that drive this performance. Again, without looking at the creative, without a human doing anything, the machine automatically surfaces up those insights so you can focus your creative on doing ads, for example, ads without a person. Yeah, just focus on the product. Or don't do sunglasses, do the optical glasses. You don't need to write the name of sunglasses on the ad and then filter. The AI already knows that it's a sunglass versus an optical glass. Okay? Super, super powerful insights, and we'll keep on developing and pushing into innovation with AI and understanding how your creative performance work across different audiences, and we'll keep on providing tools that just make your life easier and easier. So we got those insights, right? We got those insights. We know that we want to push this creative more to men. We can also push this and this creative and maybe this one, 3 of them. We want more of them into the men. We'll click here. And this already now leads us to our next product, which is called Creative Clusters. With one click here, 1, 2, 3, I'm selecting 3 ads. This is the creative, this is the ad copy. And it also shows you which is the best ad copy, which is the best creative. You click Create. And once you click Create, you can basically launch it into your entire ad account. It's very simple. It works like this. I will show you. It loads all of your ad sets over here. Let's say this is our creative. You see all of your ad sets, and you can apply it to the ad sets that are missing this creative combination, or you can decide, let's just launch it into all ad sets. Or, for example, if we analyzed, okay, what's the best creative for men, let's only launch it into the men campaign, right? Because we found the best creative for men, and we want to strengthen our men ad sets with more creatives that works best for men. This is something, it looks here so simple, but today as an ads manager, you know that it's impossible to get those insights, and it's even more complicated and sophisticated to launch and execute on it, and it's that simple. So again, a really, really powerful tool. Don't miss out on creative insights and creative clusters and the combination together of insights and execution. Okay. Now we launched our strategy with a lot of campaigns, acquisition prospecting, acquisition remarketing, retargeting, and retention audiences. And we set up automation rules that make sure that everything we do is profitable. We even optimized our creatives and make sure we're running our best creatives to our best audiences, and maybe running even specific creatives to the specific ad sets according to performances, going really narrow and deep. And we even got some insights from Creative Insights that told us what are our best creatives and how can we produce better creatives in the future, right? Now, what is missing? We just need to make sure that we're scaling our success, right? So how can we scale our success? There are several scaling tactics that we support, okay? So we'll now jump into the bid testing product, which I'll show you now. This is our bid testing product, and it's a scaling strategy to improve your performance. Over here, you can see the insights that you're getting from it. In an e-commerce scenario, the most important metric we want to optimize for is ROAS, okay? So you can actually find here really, really interesting insights. We ran the bid testing campaigns, and now we found that our best performing bid is actually doing a manual bid for 200 cost per purchase. You see, it has a 2x ROAS with 43 cost per purchase. Also, another strong bid is 78 to 80. Our system is able to aggregate like successful big ranges together that we have better data. And the third one is automatic. Automatic is what most of the people are usually using. And you can see that with automatic, we got a 1.2 ROAS, and here with the manual, we got 2 and around 2. So you really, like the next ad set we will launch from the Create Ad Set tab, and in general from launching in our ad account, we want to do more of those bids because they've proven to work, right? It's such an easy and successful way to increase your ROAS. But how can you even start with the bid testing, understanding how the bid testing works? Exactly for this, we have the bid testing product, which you can go here and basically start a bid test, okay? So I'm clicking the Start Bid Test button, and Madgicx will automatically load here and recommend the best audiences to start a bid test on. The system does it automatically based on the best ROAS performances, which ad sets show stable performance over time and have a large enough audience. Those are the criteria that are important for bid test. Okay, as you can see, I've got here 2 audience suggestions. One of them has a ROAS of 3.37 and one of them 2.45. On both of them, we spend a significant amount of money, $650 and $1,500. And you can see this one is also trending upwards. This is also kind of trending upwards. They're really good and sufficient assets for bid testing. This is a 3 million audience size and 1 million audience size. You can also select from here other audiences. You don't have to go by the recommendation. And also here we show you kind of like signals and a monitor that helps you to choose the best ones you want. You see those ones have a lot of green. It means that it's a good potential audience. So we can also go with this one. We can go with this one. No, this one has a too small audience. But yeah, you get the point, right? You can select from here any audience you want, or just go with our suggestion. For now, I'll just go here with our suggestion. Start a bid test. You can decide if you want to launch it into your own campaign. Any campaign you want, basically, create a new campaign, or again, use the Madgicx optimized strategy, which is the default campaign we recommend. It will create a new campaign for you. So let's just go with this option. Now I will, for bid testing, we support CBO only as default. So now here I'll select a $300 campaign budget. I'm clicking next. And over here, you define the experiment budget. So we also want to use, so we selected the $300 budget campaign. And here you can add more duplicates. You see, I'm adding duplicates. Let's do 7 different duplicates. And Madgicx automatically provided a lot of bid ranges for testing. It's based on our algorithms and a prediction of which bids can work well for you. One more thing that we have is that we're capping the minimum daily spend, because now it's going to create 7 new ad sets based on your best performing ad sets, just with different bids. Over here, we have the experiment length. So we want to make sure that we're running the experiment for, let's say, 7 days or 5 days. And within those 5 days, we will make sure with this minimum spend capping, we'll make sure that Facebook spends a fair amount, an equal amount on all of the ad sets, because we're starting here as an experiment to see which bid test works. That's why we need to spend on all of them the same, that we can really give a fair chance to every bid range. Over here, you can decide what, after the 5 days are finished, you can decide what do you want to do with the ad sets that, in general, and the ad sets that did not perform well. So everything that has a ROAS below of 2 will get shut down. And we can, and also Madgicx will remove the minimum daily spend, so that the campaign is not forced into spending it in a specific ad set. It will spend, the campaign will then spend according to the performances, and the CBO will distribute the budget according to the potential of each ad set. So again, you can decide if to remove remove below 2 ROAS ad sets to shut them down, or just let Facebook freely optimize afterwards. Over here, you can decide when to launch. You can also launch it now or on a specific time. And once you go here and click Create, Chaboom, in one click, it's going to create a new campaign with these best ad sets you have, with all of those ad sets, different bids, the same ads and creatives. And it will run it for the experiment timeframe. After a while, you will already be able to come back into the dashboard and see the insights of which bids are performing the best. You can also click here and turn off the ad sets you don't want to use anymore during the experiments. Once the experiment is done, you will see this, and it actually turns from an experiment of finding which is our best bid, we turn it into a scaling strategy, and suddenly you have a campaign that actually drives amazing performance. And at the same time, you get this golden insight of understanding what is your actually best bid. So again, this is really, really powerful. You can use this information later on to launch more, and you can bid test a bunch of ad sets. This duplication and playing with bidding basically lets you get into your best audiences, because that's the initial segment we chose from a lot of different directions. So this is the reason that bid testing has such a good performance. So without further saying, I recommend all of you to start a free trial and test this out, test the scaling strategies, the creative insights, and basically set yourself up for success. Be ready for 2020. CPMs are rising these days every day, so you really want to make sure you have a tool that understands your needs, understands what works on Facebook, understands the market, and provides you the tools and capabilities to bring this amazing performance while you save time, save money, and make more money. So that's it for today. You can check out more videos on our website, on YouTube, and we also have a help center. If you have any questions, you can also schedule a demo with us once you sign up for a free trial. There's a 15 quick minute intro call where we can kind of show you around and help you. I wish everyone a successful 2020 and that you will all hit your ROAS target and scale big time. We will keep innovating on our end. We have a lot of new products on the makings in the oven, and you will see them very, very soon. But already today, you can be sure that you have the most innovative machine out there to drive the ROI you want. Till next time.